This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV. We're at your call here for Joshua and the Prize Fighters. With me, I've got the king of matchroom sport, Barry Hearn. Still there at the king at the top?
Just about, it's sort of close now. Fast Car's doing his best to usurp me, but I'm still there at the moment.
Interesting prize fighter this is. I'm a fan of prize fighter. Not because I'm talking to you, just because I generally am. I like the format. Today's interesting because there's always a talk of this James Toney thing, and what do you make of it?
I just think it's what it is. I mean, prize fighter takes the sport to a different audience. It's not one for the purists. I know when it says these are the best 8 heavyweights in the world, it's an entertaining night. Don't take anything away from the fighters. They're all trying as hard as they can to win, and obviously they want to win the money, but they want to win the event. James Toney's added another dimension to it. There's people say, should he be fighting, shouldn't he be fighting? Well, he's passed his medicals, he's made his choice, he won his last fight, so he adds something to the event, no doubt about it. But, I think the real cream for me is seeing Joshua out again so quickly, in his third pro fight, in between the semi-finals and the final, another notch of experience for what is an outstanding talent. So I think the whole evening's going to be fun. Sport should be fun.
I think it is going to be fun. Joshua, by the end of the year, you'll have had potentially 5 fights.
Yeah,
touch
great.
wood, everything goes right.
Yeah.
That's rapid progression, isn't it? Considering it doesn't seem too long ago that you were announcing him as your signing.
And I think the interesting thing is that you can actually see him learning as he goes. He's a deep thinker. He's a very nice young man, but he's an athlete. And we've got something really exciting here. So it's important that he's out all the time, growing his fan base, gaining experience, and building, because for the next 18 months it's going to be tricky to manoeuvre him into positions, because already a lot of people don't want to fight him. There's no secrets. Cougs, you're showing stuff and YouTube's showing stuff. Opponents all around the world are looking and saying, do I really want to go in with this kid? So opponents are costing more money, and it's tougher to get him matched. And that'll get harder and harder over the next 12 months goes. But if he's 5-0 by Christmas, you've got to put a big tick on Anthony Joshua's career from a starting point. I think Eddie's done a great job with him. But Anthony's a pleasure to work with, so it's easy at the moment. It's easy.
Small fight happening in Manchester next week.
Wow, I can't wait.
It's just going to go full steam ahead from Monday. There's a whole week of press stuff, and it's just the build-up's been great. On ringside the other day, they were. It was an interesting.
It's a different game now.
Chess match,
I mean, I know we always talk about new age promoting, but Eddie and his team, the social networks, the fact that they care about what the fans think and interact with them, and Sky have been so positive. I mean, I have to say, head of Sky, Barney Francis, we'd be lost without him. He's a massive boxing fan, sees the audience ratings climbing. We have to put up with Adam Smith every now and again, but that's okay. The whole game seems to be on the up. And that's fantastic to see, because I've been around long enough to see it being massive, to go down, to go up, and I honestly feel everything about it at the moment is all on the rise. And the fact that we're getting shows like next Saturday, which has got a card, just beyond belief. I mean, again, the purists will say, they're not all life and death fights. They're not all life and death fights, but what you've got is the cream of the talent on show, all under one roof, all in one night. And topping the bill is a fascinating contest. Even the betting is slightly, Groves is easing in price, because people are saying that one question that we don't know: how good is George Groves? We don't know. That's the fascinating for me.
Does this tell us, but if he gets beat to Carl Froch, does that really tell us how good he is?
Well, it tells us how good he is at the moment. The thing about George Groves is there's a lot of improvement still to come in George Groves. How far has he got now? We'll find out on Saturday. Win, lose or draw, George Groves is going to be a major player on the world super middleweight scene over the next 4, 5, 6 years. He's a young man, he's undefeated. The question mark in everyone's mind is, what else has he got? What else has he got in hand? We haven't seen enough of him. We haven't seen him in a war yet. Can he cope? But we don't know he can't cope. We just speculate. And we know what Froch can do. There's no secrets about Froch. We don't know what George Groves is capable of, and we'll find out next week. It's going to be fascinating.
Is that your phone ringing?
No.
Oh, must be mine. Eddie doesn't make a secret of the fact that Carl Froch is his favourite fighter at Matchroom. Who's your favourite fighter, just out of curiosity? Do you have one?
At the moment, I'm loving all of them. I like different fighters for different reasons. I'm a big fan of Froch because I think he's the hardest man I think I've ever seen in a British ring. I'm a big fan of Anthony Joshua because I've never seen anyone with so much potential. So for different reasons, I like different people. And I like people like Scott Quigg, people that have still not been tested enough yet, but may have the potential to come through as a real, what I call world-class world champion.
Yeah.
There's so many interesting stories. If I had to pick the fighter with the most potential outside of Joshua, and maybe even including, I'd have to go for Luke Campbell. I think Luke Campbell's got everything. And at his weight, after even 3 fights, I don't think there's a lightweight I couldn't see him beating.
Strong division domestically.
Tremendously strong division, but he's got hand speed and power that I didn't know he had when he was fighting as an amateur. And he's another intelligent kid that's learning every step of the way. All it means is that every fight's got some interesting questions to be answered, you know, so we're going to see some great contests. Eddie is a much braver matchmaker than I ever was. You know, he's putting in fights and, you know, and he's achieving things that I doubt he could achieve. I mean, if you'd have told me 6 months ago that Brian Rose is going to get a world title fight, I'd have said, don't be silly, you know, Rose has got a build to it, you know, it's going to take time, and all of a sudden now he's mandatory and we've got 30 days to do a deal, or it's a personal. He's going to get a world title fight early next year. I mean, for Brian Rose, that's an amazing achievement for him and an amazing promotional achievement for Eddie. So there's so much going on. You know, our business is all about media, isn't it? It's all about getting people's attention. There are so many good stories out there on the fight scene at the moment. We're spoiled for choice. There isn't a division that's boring. There's so many good prospects in so many divisions, and there's so many world-class fighters challenging for world titles in the next few months. You know, we haven't even talked about Darren Barker going into Germany, the Lions Den, 7th of December. You know, 15 fights, 14 fights on December the 14th. You know, what's happening in boxing has never happened before. And it's done with passion, and it's done for the right reasons, and it's done by the right people.
All right, well, listen, I know you're a busy man. Well,
Always busy, Cougs.
Even today?
Even today, mate. There's never a day off. If I take one day off, Fast Car will be sitting in my chair.
Even you're calling him Fast Car?
I can't.
Oh! Quick. Just saying to your old man. Just been, well, he wasn't slagging you off. He was saying he's done all right, basically.
Yeah. Not bad. Not bad. He's a proper new age promoter, isn't he?
Even he calls me Fast Car.
That's what I was saying. Even he calls him Fast Car.
Listen,
I phone him up and say, he said, what's been going on today? I said, well, this and that, and you know, this has been happening. And he said, well, it's just, that's how it goes, Fast Car, isn't it? Crack on.
Do you remember at your call a couple of years ago when you interviewed him basically?
Yeah.
Like a lot's happened since then.
A lot has happened.
Yeah, but one thing stayed the same. I'm still the governor.
Is that true, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it's true.
You need 110 followers though, 110,000 followers.
Exactly, that
says it all. That's the new age promoter.
Old age, new
age. You know, but...
Anyway, I've got some work to do. You enjoy yourself, all right?
Yeah, listen. Get out there.
Oh, I'll just send you a cheque in the morning.
Do you know what he does? He sends me a cheque every morning.
Yeah.
I love my son.
Wonderful. Barry Hearn, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV, which we've now renamed. And we'll catch up with you soon. Thank you for your time.
Cheers, Coach.
Thank you.